We are now in session. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Before we begin, again, if you're a new subscriber, a new follower, thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't, this is your first time tuning into the show, welcome to the Now in Session. Want to take a moment to tell everybody thank you. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you guys, okay? Man, so wonderful topic tonight. We want to get some opinions from Toby, Charles, and myself. The bro code. What is the bro code? There's so many definitions out there.
What are we talking about?
Bro code.
What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean? We hear this term a lot in our circle of friends. Many of the guys, we talk about bro code a lot. But there's a lot of different definitions out there. We want to get some thoughts, some ideas, maybe share even some stories. Charles, what is your definition of bro code?
Damn, okay, bro code for me, I don't know, let me see. It's got to be the rules that you got to live by with your friends. So it's like an unspoken rule that we all know.
Sure.
We don't even have to say it. We should just know.
Sure.
So,
sure.
Man.
And you talking about, these are like close friends?
Like close friends, what?
Okay.
With close friends, acquaintances, every single level of friendships you have, there's certain codes that goes with it.
Sure.
And you don't cross that line because once you cross that line, you guys are no longer friends.
Yeah, totally. And it could affect a lot of relationships, right? If it crossed the line. I even think about gang members. There's a code for them too, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of code under
street code.
Street code.
Yeah, street code. And then one thing is no snitching.
No snitching.
For bro code, street code, girl code.
No snitching. So I'll give you a perfect example. What if you saw your homie? Wait, hold on. What if you saw your homie's girl with another dude? Are you on the phone right after you seen that happen?
Bro,
you let it.
Yes.
You let him know, or
how close to that homie though?
Yeah, you guys are. He's on your phone. He's on your contact list.
Well, I mean, is he like inner circle? Is he like outer circle?
Let's say he's at.
Know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's say that if you're invited to a party, he's there too.
Well, like I said, is he an inner circle?
He's in the circle.
No, he's in the circle. If he inner circle, I'm snitching.
Oh, you're snitching. You tell him.
Because my
you're close to that girl too.
Circle.
Oh, no.
Y'all know each other.
You know me. Guys and girls can't be friends. So I ain't gonna be close to that girl, So I'm like, nah. If you in my inner circle, if that guy is in my inner circle, I'm letting him know. Like, hey man, your girl's over there doing this. But now if he's a couple of rings out, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, that's nothing to do with me.
Sure.
I'm like, hey, that's between them and that's it.
Yeah, see, I'm with Toby on this one because, like, when I say yes, I was thinking about my inner circle.
Yeah.
But if you're like, 2-3 rings out, then I ain't trying to find no problems for myself.
Yep.
Because they might have an open relationship that you don't know about. They're trying to keep it hush hush. Now they're embarrassed. Now they're gonna find shit on you for no reason.
That's true.
Now if they broke up. And if she's trying to get with one of my inner circle, I'm gonna let them know that, hey, nah, man, don't trust her.
That is a bro code right there, right?
It's a bro code.
So how close is this inner circle? Are we talking about?
It's like I know you as family. We grew up. If we going to do stuff together, do dirt together, and I take you with me, that's inner circle.
Yeah, ride or die, kind of like a ride or die. Like, close friends.
If we like see each other here and there, it's the respect that's there, but it's still not my place to say because we're not like brothers. You know what I mean?
Right.
For me, like, my inner circle is somebody that, like, if you don't have a place to sleep, I'll let you sleep on my couch for
that's inner circle.
Yeah.
You trust a lot too.
Yeah. So I mean, not just some random guys could be sleeping in my house.
Right.
I mean, drunk, passed out for the night, maybe.
Yeah.
But not just like, I need to sleep somewhere, and I'm gonna have you come in my house. No.
Yeah. Toby, what other examples are bro code examples? If I could think about, man, what other examples do we have?
I don't know. Like for me, I don't like bro code. To me, I don't know. But for me, it's more like a code that you live by, right? Like it's more like for me, like truth, right? Like, okay, I would always speak my truth. That's something that I live by. It's something that you should live by.
Sure.
You know, as men, I think we should have codes that we abide by. I mean, like back in the day, like samurai days, like Viking days, they have codes that they live by, and they don't break it, So, and I think that our generation now has lost that.
Sure.
And
they believe in honors back then.
Honor, right? Like, even gangsters, man, they have honor between, even thieves, right?
Yeah.
They have honor between them,
Yeah, honors among thieves.
Yeah.
And for some reason, honors among thieves and gangsters, like they take shit to the heart.
Of course.
Of course.
So,
Like,
of course.
To me, like when say somebody from the opposite gang come and hurt you, you don't snitch on them, but you go back and get them on the street way.
On the street way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Street
But-
justice.
and that's the thing too, right?
Yeah.
It's like, dude, like when you go after, if you're inside doing dirt together, right, and you go after the family, that's also against code because those are innocent
Yeah.
bystanders.
Innocent
you know, you
people.
have to whatever beef you guys have, you guys
Yeah.
settle it right then and
You gotta
there. You
settle
know? But
for
if
that.
you get family involved, that means the code is broken already. You know, like
Right.
and then so now you get this thing of back and forth.
Yep.
You know.
So it's like an unspoken, but your team, your inner circle, got to know these things.
But it comes down to
Leadership, loyalty, right? All the loyalty, the
Yeah.
trust. If one person breaks
Right.
it, then the loyalty is not there. The trust is not there. You know what I mean?
You look at a business too, right? Like I
Right.
mean, you got to have code of conduct, right?
yeah,
Like,
code of
it's-
conduct. Right.
right.
In every
Code of
business.
That's where it comes from.
Code of
you know?
ethics.
Right,
Yeah.
you know, and you gotta if you're working at this company, you gotta follow these codes. These are our principles. This is what we value.
Mm-hmm.
This is our morals. You know,
Yeah.
and you don't adhere to that, you know,
Yeah.
you can't function in the culture.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that, man. Even in my therapy work, I have to sign from the state that I would follow these rules.
Right.
Lucky, you're not supposed to sleep with your client. That's one of the codes. Okay.
What?
Damn,
Yeah, I didn't
sucks.
know that, right? Wow, shit. All right. I got to figure that out, right?
Put an
Right.
amendment on that code.
Now I asked myself when I took the legal ethics exam, I actually failed it the first time.
Because you say you can sleep with the
exactly.
client.
No, not because of that. Because the question was like, there was a pretty hot client that you had.
Oh, that's actually
She
part of
looked
the
good. Yeah,
the
they give you
code,
scenarios. But the client is no longer your client. After a few sessions, they discharge themselves from your session, and they just
Mike.
they snip you a card or whatever and says, "But now I'm not seeing you. I want you to call me."
Hit me up after work.
What do I do?
So what would you do?
Exactly. On there, I said, "I'm a freaking caller the next day."
I call her too. Like, oh shit.
Well, I was wrong.
Oh, you were
test,
wrong?
The test
What?
says you cannot even engage with your client after discharge for a certain amount of time.
What's the time limit?
I don't know what the time limit was. I don't
Yeah,
even know
there's
what
no
the ethic
statute of
blue book.
limitation.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have their rules too, and you're not even supposed to meet with your clients. Even when I'm at a bar, if
Yeah.
my clients are at a bar with me, I have to leave the premises. That's crazy.
What the hell?
I'm like,
for
I don't
real?
gotta leave. I want to drink too. It's like then they're gonna think, oh, you're having drink with your client, even if it's a quick conversation. So
Wow.
we talk about bro codes. We talk about
Right.
codes. Yeah, there's codes and everything. I just thought about that right
Everything,
now.
bro.
You gotta live by the code.
Yeah, you have
You
to
gotta
live
live
by
by
the
it.
code.
Yeah, I like to get out the code a little bit. You know, I was gonna sleep with my client. That's
Well, there
crazy.
are some code. Well, I mean, it
she
depends.
look good.
Everyone's different. Everyone's different.
Well, no, I don't think because if you would have slept with your client, you would have like divorced your job, right?
Yeah, I have to leave my job.
Yeah,
Same-
but she's
same
not
thing-
your client no more. So how is that?
Well, that's the code.
That's still a code.
It's the same
You
thing
can't-
as like we were talking about. Like if one of my homie broke up with his girl, I can't go after the same girl.
Oh,
with the ex,
that's so
right?
that's
the
the
bro code.
that's a bro code.
Yeah, it's the same
That's
thing.
bro-
Just because she's no longer your client doesn't mean you get to go and jump on
Exactly,
it.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So you broke up with old girl,
Yeah.
one of your boys that you known for a long time. Y'all loyal together
In my inner circle,
in your inner circle. Slides into the old girl's DM. Are you?
he's no longer in the circle.
He's no longer in the circle.
Nah, you don't do that. That's
Nah, that's
you don't
bro
do
code.
that to each other.
That's bro code.
Yeah.
You don't
That's
sleep.
bro code 101.
Yeah, you don't sleep with old boy, your homeboy's girl. But a lot of people do that. Is it their fault they don't know that, or is it because they've never been close to
No,
that?
because they're not in a circle.
in a
What
circle.
what if they were never taught? You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
what is the
boundaries,
correct way,
correct way.
to conduct yourself, right? And like I was saying, like even these things, they come down to leadership. It can come
Yeah.
down to mentors, big brothers,
Mentors,
right? That's
right,
telling
right.
you, hey man, that is wrong, right?
wrong.
Hey man, you shouldn't be doing that, you know,
Right.
because it's a way that we should live.
Or even
within
parents.
society.
Yeah, even parents
too.
teaching, right? Telling your kids, hey, you did that wrong. That's not right. You know,
Yeah.
hope you don't make that same mistake again, you
Right,
know?
right.
So what if a guy, Charles?
No, I'm talking about like I don't know about this because for me, even if you're not taught, you
It's innate.
Yeah, like you should know that you respect your boy's stuff because it may be things like if you have your money laying around and you're not looking at it, I'm not gonna take it. Just knowing the loyalty factor.
Right.
Like if you guys have loyalty to each other, like you don't need to be taught. You should just know that, hey, you shouldn't do that because that could put a strain on your relationship.
Hey, but if that girl's rubbing your leg while y'all talking,
I don't think it's just
she's not gonna
girls.
get that close,
I mean,
bro.
like Charles was saying, it comes down to money. It comes down to like these things that you're doing too. If we were to go out there and conquer this world, right? And if I'm over here trying to do something, I'm gonna trust that you guys have my back.
Yeah.
No matter what happened. Of
course.
You know what I mean? Because if I'm out here trying to make money, make a deal, and this and that, like, hopefully, you guys support me in a way that I'm gonna support you.
Yeah.
Because to me, if I put you in an inner circle, and I have a hard time trusting people, and if I put people in my inner circle, I will burn the world for them.
Yeah.
Because no matter what happened, if they come to me for help, I'm like, you know what? I got you. Don't worry
take a
about
bullet
that.
for them.
I would take a bullet for them, because that trust is there.
So do you have a few people on your list or on your mind that you would do that for? That the bro
definitely.
code's never broken, right?
Definitely. Yeah,
Charles,
definitely.
you too?
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, like for me, like I kept saying over and over, you are the sum of the 5 people that you surround yourself by. So like the people that I'm like really, really surrounded by, those are my inner circle.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I can only count probably one hand.
I'm pretty sure the audience out there,
Yeah.
I mean, as you're going through life, right? When you're in middle school, high school, you have a big crew, right? And all of a sudden, as you get older, that crew starts to
gets
diminish.
smaller.
It gets
Smaller
smaller
and
and smaller,
smaller and
and then
smaller.
you start to trust fewer and
Few
fewer people.
people.
Only
Sure.
a couple of people could be in your inner sanctuary.
Yeah.
Now you can still have a lot of friends out there. You can have a lot of friendships out there. And like this rings, like Toby's talking about, where there's the core, which
Yeah,
is the main, and then the outer circle, the
Outer
rings.
circle.
Yeah, like the people that birthday parties, weddings, engagement, funerals, like the people that show up for certain things. But
so like
you could have
funeral,
your
like you said, funeral, right?
Yeah, funeral.
If your parents or whatever passed away, in our culture, right, we call it hundi, right?
Yeah,
Funeral
hundi.
home, right? If your inner circle does not show up on that important day for you, you need to rethink about that.
Yeah, totally.
Because that's very an important day. I mean, birthdays, party, it doesn't matter. You
Well,
gotta show up.
even talk about Hundi when you actually shaving your head and doing all that. That's the inner circle that you want.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah, that's the inner circle. But even if it's the respect factor too, right? That goes into it. And then if you show up, it's like, man, they remember.
Right.
They remember, like, you know what? He showed up. You know, he's cool. He's whatever. Because during those dark times, people will remember these things. And I don't think a lot of people realized how important it is.
How important it is. Yeah.
But a code, man. Like, I think men should live by codes. And
Do women have codes too?
yeah, there's
don't
girl
know.
codes.
There is women's
There's
code.
girl codes.
To the audience, I would love to hear if women have women code,
It's called girl code.
girl code. Yeah,
Girl code?
I'd love to hear that because
Well, I don't know what the girl codes are, but I know I saw on MTV there's a TV show called Girl Code, and there's also a TV show called Guy Code. So I'm assuming girls have their own code.
Man, you watch a lot of TV, huh?
Oh, dude, I love fucking watching TV. That's like
Yeah, he's opposite.
my
I don't
passion.
watch TV at all.
yeah.
Oh, yin and yang, bro.
See, I think some of the guys too would say, this podcast needs to shut up to talk about bro codes because there's a lot of things that we don't want to let out.
Well, I mean, we're not giving out
It
secrets.
depends. It depends on which circle, which tribe you're in, right?
Right.
Because each tribe, they have different codes. Maybe in your tribe, right, you might value something else different than where my tribe is.
Right.
So that's where it gets mixed up. So if we're over there trying to do business together, this and that, you might value friendship, but we might not value friendship. You know, so it's a little skewed there. So.
Right.
But bro code is definitely important for your inner circle. You know?
Yeah.
It's
Charles.
always going to come down to something like which one is more important to you, which relationships could be more important to you. So if for some reason your friend, you get like best friends, and all of a sudden a girl come in between two guys, like you hear that a lot. Like friends always stop being friends because there's some girls that came involved, because those guys start valuing the relationship that they barely had with that girl over what they've already created.
Right.
Yeah, so a lot of times people think with a dick and then they fuck up.
Yeah, but at the same time, there has to be an understanding, right?
Yeah.
Like, hey, man, I got a girl now, right? I got to start. We can't do the things that we did before, right? I got a family now, so I got to start over here. And that friend that doesn't have that family need to understand, like, hey, man, this is the next part of life or the next stage
phase,
of life
next stage
that he's going to, and you can't expect him to do the same thing, and it's got to kind of like wean down a little bit, so, and you see a lot of that,
Well, it all also comes down to like if I'm the one who's getting into a relationship, whether how serious I am with that girl. Now, if it's just a regular hookup, like I'm not gonna jeopardize that over our friendship. But if it's somebody I got married to, you got to respect that. Hey, he's starting a new life. So now it's not no longer on me. It's on Toby to be the one to say, hey, you know what? I want you to be happy. Go ahead and grow. So that's where the guy code comes in, and where we know each other's boundary and we want to see each other grow. But now, like if it was just some girl I met at the club, like it's my job to say, hey, no, you know what? You need to stay away because you're not gonna fuck this shit up for us. So and then with a lot of guys, I know they get with girls and then they start fighting over the same girl. Like they just barely met at the club, and I still don't understand why.
The guys fight?
Yeah, like
And they're not friends anymore. Friendship's over.
because some girls they met some like random hookups.
Oh man.
And
Oh man, I don't have that issue.
I don't have that.
I don't have that issue.
I've never seen that issue, but
But I hear the
I hear about it.
Yeah, I hear about
and
it.
I don't understand it because we don't.
It's that
travel in a
scarcity
circle.
mindset,
Yeah.
right? It's like they think in their mind that
This is the only one.
this is the only one I could get for the night.
Oh, man.
right? And that's it. And they fight over it. You know? It's like, dang.
Or they wife it up.
yeah,
I've seen ones
Yeah.
where the homie slept with it.
Okay.
With it.
Yeah, no,
The
let's get
homie
like,
slept with it.
Okay, Lucky.
And then the other homie wants to wife it up.
So somebody married the homie hopper.
The homie hopper.
Homie
But-
hopper. Oh,
Yeah, that's
shit.
a new term I never heard of. That's pretty cool, homie hopper.
Homie
but
hopper.
yes,
That's a code too, bro.
that is a
Yeah,
code, huh?
That's a code.
The other guy didn't care though. He's like, I already hit it. I don't care. But you over here loving Dubby, but you shouldn't be mad when I say hi to her. And he was mad that the first guy that hit it said hi to the same girl that he's married to. He's like, I'm just saying hi. You don't have to say hi to my
And that
wife no
comes
more.
down to that.
Bro,
men and girls,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
men
yeah.
and women can't be friends. You know?
And he's like, bro, I already hit it before you. Why are you mad at me?
Yeah.
You should be happy that I let her go for you. Dang, that's
Got me a
crazy.
coughing and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah.
I mean, codes go way before, our times. I mean, like I said, the Viking, they have codes. It's not just bro code, it's codes that they live by, like truth, honor, family.
Honor.
I mean, all these things are codes.
Right.
If some people live by, family as a code, that means they put their family first. And it's not just one, right? It's a list, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like your banner, right? Like when you
Right.
go to war and stuff, that's your banner. This is what you stand for. This is what you will die for.
Right,
So
right.
I think codes are important. you know?
So is it okay for some new guy that want to come into the inner core? This is a person that you feel that he's been around the group long enough, but he's not there yet. But he started out a little later in life. But damn, he's very genuine. He's cool. He's trustworthy. He's shown in the past that he's able to be loyal. Can that person come into that group?
Oh yeah, but
I
I,
think
mean,
so.
Yeah.
For me, it's a lot of trials and tribulations.
Trial, right.
You
Sure,
know what
sure,
I mean?
sure,
Like
sure.
I'll put you in different situations
Sure,
and
sure.
see where you're at. Because
Sure.
if anything happened, and what if you misjudge it, right?
You misjudge it.
I mean, and you're not supposed to judge it. For me, I don't take face value what people say.
Right.
Right.
Mhm.
I,
Their action?
I pay attention to what they do and their
do.
action. Right. If they could say, "Hey, I'm with you. I'm your boy. I'm this and that," but they don't show it to me in a way where it's like, "Well, you don't prove it to me in a
Right,
way
right.
where I trust you." It's
Right.
like, nah. Anybody could say
Anybody
they're
could
your
say
boy.
it. Sure.
But it takes a lot to do stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, like there's rings. They gotta get through the rings. I mean, they could jump from ring number 10 to ring number 3, and then like they might be going in and out of the core. Is just all depends. Like Toby said, it's gonna be a lot of testing.
Yeah.
And like for like the one that's in the core already, they get a little bit of grace of shit when they fuck up.
Yep.
But the new one, like if he's in there and he fucks up already, then it's gonna be harder for him to go back into the core
Yeah.
again. So it's just, I mean, it's
You don't
always
see it
open.
the same way?
No. I do see it. I think when I think about this type of situation, I think about even with young people that I've seen recently, like a lot of cheating, a lot of disloyalty and honest, and very young guys
Loyalty,
are
yeah.
learning, learning what that stands for, what it means, and I think we're hitting a topic where people, even the people watching too, could say, man, bro code, that's very important. Nobody really, it's like an unspoken rule that people should know, and there's people that may not know,
Yeah.
but there's people that, like you said, the leader of the group or the leader may need to bring these conversations up again. Like, hey, man, when we're having a beer, we're not just cracking jokes, man. We're actually talking about something, and I hope everybody understands. You know what I mean?
Well, that's where you got to check each other.
Right.
Right?
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
You got to hold each other accountable
There you go.
for these things.
Yeah.
You know, it's
There you
like
go.
if you're fucking up, right? If you're out there and you're fucking around and you're fucking up, I'm like, hey,
Somebody
bro.
needs to stop.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, Lucky.
Yeah.
You're fucking up, bro. You
Yeah.
sure you want to make this choice?
Right.
Because you got a family, you got, this and that, and you got to think about this, right?
Right.
And that's my responsibility as your homie to be
Right.
like, hey, man, you got to think about this.
Right.
Now, if you decide to do it, right, or whatever it is you're going to do, am I going to stand behind you 100%? Of
Right,
course.
right,
Right.
There's definitely to be some conversations, some
Right.
transparency, some talk, and I think that's healthy.
Yeah.
That's healthy, and that's where people stay in line when
Yeah.
you start. Hey, man, that's not right. That's not cool, man. And if that person understands it, then he'll grow. They'll grow from that. Hey,
But
man.
also the same thing too, right? Is if you don't listen to the warnings that I heed, right, or I
Yeah,
tell you, and you go do it, now you get me and my family involved, right? So now you're breaking that bond that we had before. Now that trust,
The trust is
dude, like
broken.
we're out here, we're doing this.
Yeah.
You're fucking up.
Yeah.
Now you're getting me and my family involved,
Sure.
and
Yeah.
I'm trying to protect my family too.
Sure.
So. I mean, it's a code. It's
Yeah, it's a
important.
code.
People
Well,
don't understand that.
Let me change it up a little bit. But we stick with bro code. Which bro code do you guys see or hear that gets broken the most?
That gets broken the most.
Yeah, where people always fuck up with the code.
Snitching.
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 Why is that?
Man.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, snitching is like, like you telling on your boy, it's like, dude, man, like, we're out here doing something, and then you're snitching on something that, and
You're not taking the dirt with it.
yeah, you're not taking the dirt with it, and,
So
back-
you do jail time, and
Right.
the other guy don't get to do jail time.
right. Unless the homie, right, would say, hey, you know what? Don't worry about it. I would take the fall for it.
Right.
And then,
Right.
it's okay. Just say what you need to say. I would take
Right.
it, because then that's the love that he has for you too, right?
Right,
That like,
right.
I'm going to take this fall so you go to your family.
Yeah, or even
know what I
like
mean?
you don't, even though you're part of the situation, you don't snitch on the people that are around you involved. Mm-hmm. You just take it. You say, man, I'll do the time or whatever, and then whatever happens after that happens after that. You know what I mean? But you never really dime, the family unit out. That's not
And
what
you
you're
see a
supposed
lot.
to do.
Look at that Takashi 6ix9ine guy, right?
I
mean,
we're
the guy
bringing up
that-
raps now.
Yeah, dude. I mean, he was all over the news, right?
Yeah.
And he was shunned, right, by the rap community.
Yeah.
He snitched everybody out.
Yeah.
But I think his group didn't have a solid code to begin with.
Yeah.
And it was getting broken left and right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and I think he talked about that too.
oh, did he?
Yeah, he
now
talked
the
about
question
that.
is because Takashi, like, he did snitch, but it's against somebody that did him wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
It wasn't solid to begin with.
Yeah.
Whoever was leading that squad, did not say, "Hey, we don't do this." They did not check each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
Yeah.
is he wrong or is he right for doing that?
He think he's right.
He think he's right, but for him to do that, it's to us it's wrong, right, for snitching.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at it deeper, that squad, had a lot of mistrust to begin with.
And that's like we don't know the deeper root
Yeah.
of that situation,
Right,
but
right.
even I read stories about past that even some of his members that he was pertaining to slept with his wife.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I'm saying.
You
It
know?
was broken already.
Broken.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
So how
whoa,
can I
shit.
trust you?
Yes.
You know what I mean? That trust is broken.
I trust you in the house, and you
Yeah.
were still banging my wife.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
or baby mama. I think it's baby
and
mama.
steal from him too. I
Yeah,
think.
still for him
Oh,
too.
it's still from him too?
It's a deeper situation, and I think
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
His squad,
Yeah.
they didn't have that
Yeah.
that anchor, that foundation. Hey,
Yeah.
we don't do that, And the his homies should have checked the other homies too. Like, hey man, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
That's one of the homies,
Yeah.
I
So
don't know.
since the homie broke the code first, it's okay for him to break code, or like does he have to honor that shit?
That's hard, man, because
hard.
to me, it's like, dude, it's off the table. That
Yeah.
means you are not in my inner circle anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you look at his relationship now. Not a lot of people want to engage with that. You know what I mean? And I think those people have ties to other ventures or things that they could get in trouble for, but they don't want to be around that. They don't want to be around him, who may say something out of
Course,
out of the
because you're
blue.
labeled that already.
You're labeled
Yeah.
that already.
You're
yeah.
labeled that.
Yeah. So in like even in the gang life,
Yep.
you snitch somebody, you get out of jail. What happens to you after jail? You get in trouble, or they getting beat up.
After jail, I don't know. I think I don't really hear too many things about the streets doing street justice to people that snitch.
Really?
I mean, there's a lot of people that snitch and they come out, and I don't hear any, like, news about them getting killed or beat up.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Tekashi. He's still running around
Right.
fine.
They just leave him alone.
Yeah. I mean, they talk like they're going to beat him up.
Right.
They might when they see him, but,
Yeah.
I mean, he's just out there living his life.
Right.
And what about smaller snitching? Because what you guys are talking about, like, that shit is, like, serious shit. But what about, like, you just snitch on accident, like dry snitching? Like, you guys go do
Oh
something
man,
that you're
I
not
hear
supposed
that
to
a
do.
lot, dude.
Like, you're doing something you're not supposed to do.
Man, y'all motherfucker can't keep secrets, huh?
Yeah, I hear that a lot. People.
Well, it's not me. I'm just saying this is what I hear
I'm
from
just
people.
like, to me, I'm shocked because it's like, if something is happening out there, you keep your mouth shut. It's like,
Yeah.
it's not your business. It's not whatever it is. It's like,
I think the dry snitching, I hear that a lot. Even at parties.
Like, they don't mean to, but they try to make jokes.
Yeah.
But it's an inside joke.
Yeah.
And only the people that went and did whatever it is,
Yeah.
they accidentally, only they get it. And the other people's like, wait, what are you guys talking about?
I
Like,
see a lot of young folks do that because
dry
they're
snitch
still
on each other?
because they still in this laughing, joking around, and they just don't know how that could affect those relationships, man. And I don't think they mean it, but I've seen people do it. Now, as I got older, man, I still see it, but this time it's where people are catching up to these dry snitching or dry jokes, and someone's gonna get in trouble. You know what I mean? And you're putting that person that hung out, that did something, you're joking around with them, but people start to know codes now.
yeah.
People start to know what the hell you talking about.
Yep.
They put 3 and 3 together, and they're like, "Wait
No
a minute,
longer 2 and 2.
Yeah, it ain't go 2. How the hell you know about this when you weren't even there?
Yeah.
Right? How do you know about this when you even know? I see it a lot, man.
Well, I mean,
know?
like, a lot of time, the dry snitching I see is like when, let's say we went to do something and I go, you know what, this is cool. And I start bragging to my other friends. And like, yeah, they're not going to tell the girls. And then they brag it to the other friends, but who end up talking to the girl.
Yeah.
So that's like the kind of dry snitching I'm talking about, where
Yeah.
like, dude, you just can't keep your mouth shut.
If you ain't with us on that day and you ain't doing what we're doing,
Keep your
then
mouth
You don't
shut.
need to be known
Just
about it. Keep your mouth shut. Yeah. Because you don't know. You know what I mean? I see that a lot, man. And
when like corporations and stuff like that, right? They have small inner circles. They're trusted advisor, right? And these information that they do talk about like this, it doesn't get out. Wow. And corporation like numbers and this and that, you really gotta like be trusted in order to be given these classified information and stuff.
Yeah.
Even the military, right?
Yeah.
It's only a small numbers.
yeah.
Even in the mob, I mean, it's in every hierarchy that we could think
Yeah,
of,
right.
that you have these codes, but down on the floor level where we try to have it, but it's difficult,
Yeah, because for anything to be successful, it has to be organized.
Yes.
So like, that's why there's like, the mob family, the cartels, the big business, big corporations. But then like, regular street gangs that doesn't have no hierarchy is a little bit more chaos.
Right.
So that's what like bro code is more like a guidance. Without the guidance, it just become chaos.
Yeah.
Everything just be everywhere. Like you can't focus that energy to something.
Right.
Right.
And for me, I'm bringing back real quick, the thing that I see that people break all the time is, well, I don't see it, I hear it, where a homie hook up with their friend's ex. Like I hear that shit a
yeah.
lot.
That's not
Nah.
cool.
Yeah, you can't hook up with your homie's ex.
Yeah, but is
What
there-
if it's like 3 rings out ex?
yeah, but you know what? To me, is there's a statute of limitation.
Yeah.
The farther you out on the ring, the shorter the time.
That's the definition of statute limitation for our audience.
Statute of limitation is the time.
The
The
time
time frame.
Yeah,
Time
time
frame.
Yeah.
So like if you're ring number 20 out, like dude, it could be a week. Or
So
could
is
be
it
the next
okay?
day.
Is it okay if he loved your ex-girlfriend and then he told you like, "Hey, dude, I really like her. We've been close the last 3 years that you've been
Is he
gone."
Which
But
ring
he's
is he
20
in?
rings out.
Yeah, it's 20
So
rings
like,
out.
all right,
Yeah,
yeah,
it don't
like,
matter.
What does that mean to me?
Bro, like
yeah.
I mean, if we hung out or played basketball 2-3 times a year, I mean,
Yeah.
fuck, dude, I barely know you.
Yeah, I don't know you. I mean,
I know who you are. That's
but
it.
in our culture, we call each other sisters and brothers, right?
Yeah.
So if you see this guy on a basketball court, you're playing together, you can be like, hey brother, or this and that, right? But is he really in your inner circle? If he's
Yeah.
20
Right,
rings
right.
out, you're just calling it because being
respect.
brother or sister is just a term of endearment, right?
Man, I haven't seen Inner Circle dating an ex-girlfriend.
Well, I don't.
I haven't seen or heard.
No, 'cause that's a code.
Yeah.
You know, that's a code.
I haven't seen it.
Well, I haven't
So-
seen it, but I hear people talk about it. You know what I'm talking about? Like, and I don't know how close these guys are to each other. All I know is like one day she's with this dude, and the next day like I see them again 6 months down the road. Like she's with another dude.
Well, but see, I also see that there's certain. I don't know how close the ring is to this, but they do sleep, on a down low with this person. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That does break a little bit. Like it's not cool to sleep with the guy that you've been friends with,
Yeah.
and the last DMs, 3-4 DMs, y'all hanging out, but they keep that a secret. So there is a lot of that out there,
Oh, is it unspoken love?
unspoken. Like you don't do that.
Well, what about this? Like, I haven't seen this shit in real life. I only seen it in movies because I like watching movies. Let's just say we went to war together, and then we're best friends. I die. I say, hey, can you watch over my family? And you go and take care of my family like it's yours, and then you guys develop feelings. Is that okay?
That's hard, man. I don't think that's okay. Because at that
I know
same
it's
time,
movies. Lucky. I know it's movies.
Nah, that's
No, it
definitely
happens.
not okay. But
Yeah.
it does
No,
happen.
these
though.
things in movies, yeah, the concept is not real, but a lot of these storylines, they got to come up with it because it's based
Yeah.
on something true. It
happened.
happened.
It happened before.
It's like writing a book, right?
Yeah.
You got to base it on something.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the author that wrote the book, like, has some kind of feelings about it. That's why they wrote it, right?
So you said go to war, you died, and then the homie got with your girl, or
Well, I mean, like, I'm dying. I say, hey,
Yeah.
can you watch over my family for me? And then you came as a good friend and said, yes, I'll watch over your family.
Yeah.
So you come take care of my kids like it's your kids. You make sure, like, everything is good. You spend a lot of time helping raising my kids.
Yeah.
And then you guys start developing feelings
Yeah.
and becoming feeling like it's a family. So I don't know.
That's a really tough one, man.
Well, because every time I watch a movie and I see that,
well,
I'm like,
I think it's
is that
okay
wrong?
because you gonna die.
Yeah.
I mean, it should be okay because you ain't coming back, bro. And if
Is
his
your wife?
job,
Is the wife happy? The kids happy?
yeah, is the kids happy?
Then it's
the
all that
wife happy,
matters.
Okay, you ain't gonna take them with you in the afterlife.
Yeah.
That's
honestly,
That's true.
honestly, I would rather have her be one of my friends than a stranger.
Yeah, because then you would trust him.
I would
right?
trust him.
Yeah.
But what if you came back like Pearl Harbor?
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say right now. I'm like, hey, what happened? Like, you didn't die. You just fucking came back.
Oh shit, man.
No,
hard.
is it?
That's fucked up. No, it's like,
Well, let's say
Isn't that
now-
what you call a love triangle?
Oh yeah,
Love triangle.
but and then you come back and you're like, hey, the wife still love you, and the friends still have that bonding, but now they're also in love.
But I think it would diminish.
Yeah,
yeah,
You know what I
definitely.
mean? I think that
Well,
love for the first guy would diminish, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would be gone.
Yeah.
The first guy, if I was the first guy, I came back from the dead, I definitely would be like, hey, you know what?
no, that's bullshit.
Thank you so much for taking care of my wife and my family. But if that's what you guys want, I'm still here to support you guys.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go find another girl.
Yeah, but
That's what I'll be doing.
the thought of your family is what kept you alive this whole time, and that's all you've been thinking about.
Wow, that's a tragedy.
Damn.
Damn. Tragedy.
What
I'm pretty sure that shit
Hey, what
happened.
kind of fucking movies I'll be watching?
Hey, Charles. You got some crazy ass head, dude.
No, I'm pretty sure that shit happened. Though.
Yeah.
No, that
You
happened
know?
before. Well, it's based on probably a true story, or at least whoever wrote that thought about it too. Like, man, this happened in real life. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, I would definitely be the first guy, and I'll be gone. But hey, good luck to you too. Taking care of the family. I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
I'd be
know what I
gone
mean?
too. Like,
Yeah.
what? It took too long and this and that. I thought about it because, I'm a man. I could find more. It's
Exactly.
like, all right, it's love loss. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
But, you can't dwell on it because, they're happy now. You
Yeah,
know, they're,
yeah.
this and that. You can't break that up because if that is your homie for sure. You
And
can't
your kids are
break it up.
happy too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I remember what it was from. It's a fucking TV show, Manifest.
Manifest?
Yeah, where the
Manifest.
plane got up in the air and then it disappeared for 5 years, and then it came back, and then the husband, like, he barely got on a flight and came down. So to him, it was only like a few hours, but to the wife and his friend, it was 5 years.
Wow.
So
Crazy.
yeah,
What about the women code, man? I'm very interested to hear about
Yeah,
women
I want to
code.
hear about the women code.
If the women are out there, please comment because I love to hear about women code. What does that mean? What does it stand for? what is that line? When do you draw the line, or how does that code? How does a code damage? You know, how does it get damaged? Because I don't know. I don't think it's the same as ours, is it?
No,
Well,
I don't.
girl
think so.
codes are, well, I don't know because I have never talked to anybody about it. But what I would think is also like a guidance for them too, but they're not as set to the code as much as guys are. At least I don't think so.
I think if you have a code, you need to live and die by it. You know, because it kind of shadows how you live your life.
Yeah.
You know, and every guy should have it. You know, and I can't speak for girls, but you know, for me and my son, I teach him, you know, to have values and stuff, right? So
Right.
I'm like, hey, you know what? This is a code. This is, you know, honor, respect, trust, loyalty. These are all important, and these things should guide your decision in everything that you make.
Right.
You know, so you know, it's very important. You know, and I think people are losing sight of it. You know?
Yeah, very. Go
Well,
ahead, Charles.
since we don't know what the hell girl code are, let's try to start making guesses of what it would be, and then let the listeners tell us if
Wow.
we're wrong or right.
Don't call my man 10 o'clock at night.
What is that?
I don't know. I'm just saying girl code, right?
Well, I'm sure if a guy is texting them, one of the inner circles, they're gonna tell each other. That's
Yeah.
the code for them.
So maybe
hey,
the code is-
Toby.
So they have
is
to snitch on each
sleeping-
other.
Yeah,
they
so
could have to.
snitching
They have
is the
snitching.
code.
Snitching one of the code.
So the girls have to
Toby is
snitch.
sleeping with me, girls.
What?
No, I'm just giving you an example. Toby is sleeping with me. Is he sleeping with
Was he
you
good?
girls? Was he sleeping with you girls too? Tell me. Right? That's the code. You need to tell me if he's sleeping with you. If not, we're not friends anymore.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
it makes
so,
sense. Yeah.
So ours is no snitching. There's a
and theirs is
snitching.
snitching.
Yes, you have to do that.
Let us know if that is
That is
that is true. Yeah,
I don't
you
know.
How many times you hear about a girl, even in a circle of friends, that they didn't tell their friends that they're sleeping with the same guy, and then it ruins it. Like, I'm not a fucking friend anymore.
But what if they did tell each other? Would it still ruin the friendship?
No, they'll let her go. They'll let that guy go.
Really?
Or some.
Oh man,
I don't know.
you
They
might
gotta
just
let
keep-
us know because I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's
dude.
an interesting one. Matter of
Yeah.
fact,
Got me scratching
they
my
might,
bald
they
head.
might might keep the guy. She might keep
Really?
him. She might keep him.
They might share them.
Might share him.
Wow,
I don't know.
No, I don't know.
I guess that's the power of a good dick.
an hour and a half.
Definitely, that's something that we just thought about. But yeah, I can't think of anything else.
What about like loyalty among women?
Ooh.
Like, cause you know how like us, we have loyalty, you know, among us where we don't date, you know, the inner circle. Like if they break up, we don't date them. But do women feel the same way?
Yeah, that's very interesting.
You know, because I do see a lot of women, they break up with their friends
and they with the other friend.
and they get with the other friend.
guy.
It's like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah,
and
that does happen a lot, huh?
yeah, it happened a lot. You know, how do they feel about that? Because on
Yeah.
the guy side, that's a no-no.
And I
right?
know most girls will say like, "Well, he was my friend too.
Yeah.
He was my friend too when y'all broke up." You know, so
So, do girls have inner circle like we do?
I think they do, but I don't know how far those boundaries are because I do see other women sleeping with their friends' ex a lot more often than I see men doing
Their
it to the
friend's
girl.
ex?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. So if you're we just talked about us guys, right?
Yeah.
I see
Yeah.
that happening more in women, where women break up. Let's say the girlfriend broke up with that guy.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, she's sleeping with him. We're like, crap. What the crap? He's sleeping with all of them. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But I see that more in women though. So yeah, to answer that, Charles, I don't know. I don't know how far their boundaries are. That'd be a great question for the girls.
Because, like, to me, a lot of time girls, I could be wrong, so don't fucking kill me yet.
Fucking kill him.
Go kill him.
But like, they like envy each other. So like, they might see a relationship.
Oh, it's that the jealousy or something,
Yeah,
right?
like so they see their friend having this great relationship in their mind, like I want that too.
Right.
But I'm not gonna do anything while she's with him. But the minute,
I'm gonna bide my time.
yeah, so like, oh, they broke up. So
just
this is my
plotting.
opportunity.
Plotting the whole time.
Yeah. Did you ever watch that guy on YouTube where he goes around and say, "How do you trust your man? Like, if your best friend call him to sleep, like, would he say yes?" And she's like, "Yeah, go ahead." And then the guy's always like, "Yeah, we'll meet up the same place." And the girl like, "Oh shit, you guys been fucking this whole time?"
Dang.
Yeah. So I don't know, and that's just on YouTube. So I don't know
Yeah.
how good these relationships are,
Right.
and how real that shit is.
Right.
But I mean, I hear it a lot.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Very interesting topic. women, we love to hear from you guys. We need we said it last time. We need a lady on the show, just to have these conversations and give an insight about women's perspective.
Yeah.
But bro code is definitely something that that could be discussed amongst your inner circle. I think it's a beautiful thing to talk about it. You know what I mean? And hope that folks don't step boundaries and loyalty and trust. And it's crucial and important.
Do you think that these characteristics, do you think that people have to learn to kind of like stand by them? Or do you think that it's kind of like they should know already?
I think it's you should know. Like, it's self-taught. Like, for me, right is right, wrong is wrong. So if stealing is bad, like everybody knows stealing is bad, killing is bad. There's certain things that you should just know.
All right.
Yeah.
So what if you have to steal a loaf of bread to help somebody else?
Then not steal it.
Huh?
Because life is more important than stealing. And the code of stealing.
Yeah.
So
See, to me, it depends on the situation, right?
Oh,
Like,
now
it
who's
depends.
like in the gray area?
No, it's not gray. It just depends on the situation,
Yeah.
right? And just like you, I would pick life over, stealing or I mean those things. I think that it's a priority, right?
Yeah.
Which code is more important to you, right? And if I had to steal to save someone's life, will I do it? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I would do it. Depending if they mean a lot to me, right? But if they're like 20 rings out, I don't know, man. Like I will try to get help for you, but will I do it in order to save your life? I don't know,
Like stealing a loaf of bread for them?
We're talking about a loaf of bread here.
Yeah, like it could be a homeless guy on the street. Like, if I have to steal a loaf of bread to save his life, then fuck it, I'm stealing that loaf of bread. To me, life is life.
Yeah, I think to answer that question earlier, Toby, I think there's a combination. I think this is something that, yes, like Charles mentioned, you should know, but also it's also a teaching moment.
Yeah.
Where this individual is immature at that point, not learning, not understanding, where you're teaching him, say, hey, man, you're wrong on this one. Hopefully that this guy will learn and build better and be better the next time, you know what I mean? And sometimes that immaturity does take part, and it's a combination. If you look at young people, when they're learning, they're growing, they're understanding loyalty.
Yeah.
And then when you're with your friend, there's certain information that you just keep within yourself,
Right.
So there is a combination of learning and growing. And also, the things that you see, you should know it automatically, you know what I mean? And to be there for your friends throughout the whole process. So definitely a combination.
And picking your friends, your inner circle is very important because
Crucial.
Because, like, let's say we have
Crucial.
this boy code, guy code, and your friends is taking you down the wrong road. So you need to be able to pick and say, hey, you know what? This is not the lifestyle I want.
Sure.
And go find yourself a new circle of friends.
Right.
But what if you're not mature enough to figure that out?
That's when, like I said, the core circle is revolving. This could be people going in and people going out.
That's true too.
So,
There's
like-
some people that get out of the circle,
Yeah.
yeah,
There's
so they
some-
find out it's not for them anymore.
it's not for them, or they just need to learn on their own. And once they learn their own, hey, maybe something else happens,
I think that's what happened, like let's say you have different circles, and I think that these circles have to have an understanding within different circles, right? Let's say you have this group and that group or whatever, right? Hey, we have an understanding. Hey, this thing happened over here. How are we going to rectify this? Right. And I think everyone have to come to an understanding, or a spokesperson or a leader, whoever it is that's there, right, is going to handle that issue. And then that way there's no bad blood in between the group, because you're not going to be, you're not going to be one whole group. It's little circles that, we look out for each other.
Right.
But anyway, we're coming up on our minutes here, so let's have final thoughts on this bro code, because it is very interesting.
Very interesting.
On these things, and we do want to know about the girl code too. So
Yeah.
Charles, last words, Charles?
So for me, pick your core, the people that you surround yourself with. Be very particular on who you take in, and don't be afraid to change it up if you feel like you need to. So,
For me, man, I think that, everybody, all the guys, the men should live by a code, whether, whatever it is that you believe in, you have to die for something, your purpose in life is important, and your code will lead you, your values, your morals will lead you down that path to live more of a fulfilling life, so codes are very important, figure out what those are, what they mean to you,
Right,
so
right.
it's different for everyone.
Loyalty and trust, man. It goes back to loyalty and trust, you know what I mean? Without those two things, then there's no bro code, And I think there's so many different layers. There's so many characteristics and factors and everything that plays into this bro code. And I think each group have their own definition of what that looks like, and if there's not a code of conversation on it, then someone needs to bring that conversation up. If there's a weak link that you feel that this person may not understand, have that conversation with them, get them on the same page. And that's what the conversation's about. You know what I mean? And I think that's definitely important as you guys get older into your spaces, your core, and to understand that, if it's missing, if someone's shooting in once here and there, bring that back again. Have that conversation again. It's like a check that we talked about. Check that guy.
Yeah,
check that guy.
Check your brother.
Check them.
That's what it is.
Check your brother. That's what it is for. And there's no hard feelings.
Nope. No.
All you have to do.
They should understand.
They should understand it. Right.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, guys. We appreciate every single one of you guys that's been listening.
Cup chai,
That's been interacting with us. I mean, it means so much to us that we're touching a lot of these topics, that it's getting the conversation going in between everybody. And these are important topics in our community itself. So thank you so much. We hit what, Charles?
We're at 615 followers on
Whoa,
Instagram.
6 in. Can we make it to 1,000 by the end of the year?
Wow.
Yes.
Love to see that.
Yep.
And also, if you guys have a topic that you guys want us to talk about, you guys want to join us on a topic, let us know. Like, we would love to have, you guys onto our podcast and talk about the topic you guys want to hear about.
Yep. And if you'd like to sponsor a session, please let us know as well. Email us at nowinsession@gmail.com, okay?
Let us know which one of us.
@gmail.com.
Oh, sorry. nowinsession4@gmail.com.
And let us know in a comment which one of us is the meanest in this group.
And yes, and one of the message, we do speak loud. So maybe one of these segments or sessions, we will be speaking loud, okay?
Man, so what?
Yeah, man. You.
Whoa.
Let's go, baby.
Thank you.
ขอบใจพ่อแม่พี่น้อง